Hey guys, this month we're going to talk a lot about local advertising, how to really start creating some leads in your local market. I believe in geographical credibility. I just believe that it's something that's not talked about enough. If somebody contacts you and say, "Hey, I go to church with your aunt that lives in the same community that you live in," then they've got your ear. Versus if they're calling from another state or another city or another country. So I just believe in that, and I believe it stacks the odds in your favor in the beginning if you can really focus on local community and local advertising. I got a lot I need to cover, about 35 years worth of information in a real short period of time, so stay with me today. But the thing that I really want to communicate is, if you haven't launched in your local market, then don't jump into this. There's nothing more valuable than launching in your local market. Without question, the best lead you will ever receive is from a referral, a satisfied customer, or someone that is in the warm market of a person on your team. That's that credibility. That's the best lead you're ever going to have, is a referral. So you have to really wrap your mind around that, or you're missing a big chunk of what it takes to really build a growing, duplicating organization down the road. Now, with that said, all marketing is math. And this month we're going to talk about things that are not that expensive to implement and that will work when done consistently. But you've got to be careful. I've seen so many people get involved, and then, like last week, I talked to someone and they were thinking about advertising on the bags that your medicine comes in from the pharmacy. And you've probably seen them. There's 6 or 7 block ads on a pharmacy bag. I tried it 20 years ago. I know other people that have tried it when I told them, no, don't do that. But it was going to be, she said, $200 to $300 for 1,000 bags. That's outrageous. It's outrageous. So be careful where you put your money. I mean, tonight, I was talking with Dawn, my wife, and someone that we work closely with has just invested money in something that they shouldn't have invested in. And I've seen people, throw money, I'm going to buy these leads. The best lead you can ever have is a referral. The second best is one that you personally generate. So our goal and your goal should be over time to become a lead generation master. Just master lead generation, because the process is the same. You get a lead, they go to play 1, play 2. What questions I need to answer for you before we get you started. It's the same process. The recruiting process, the customer acquisition process is always the same, but leads can be created multiple ways. And another thing, I've seen people, well, Dale, I'm going to see if you have people that do that respond to this lead method and join, then I'll take another look at it. All a lead can do is create a response. Whether they join or not has nothing to do with where the lead came from. It's like, everybody's saying, well, we got to go on social media to create leads. There's nothing wrong with social media, but a lead is a lead is a lead. Wherever it comes from, doesn't matter. What happens after that lead has been developed with play 1, play 2 is a determining factor whether they get started or not. So a lead is a lead, and every lead that you can create, you want to create. But all marketing is math. Now, I'm just going to give you a real quick example, because this is recent. Talking with someone, and on their fast start bonus, they make $30. $30. That's how much they make when someone joins as a customer or a team member. $30. So they got, and I told them, okay, so we can spend up to $30 to generate a customer. Well, Dale, if I do that, then I'm not making any money. And see, that's how traditional business owners think. In this profession, I will go negative on the front end for a customer or distributor all day long because of one thing: duplication factor. Duplication factor. Because hopefully they're going to buy your product or service more than 1 month. If 1 month suspect, 2 months prospect, 3 months customer. This business is about developing customers and team members. You don't want them to join and then be gone in 90 days, right? I mean, that's not any fun, and it's a waste of everybody's time. So if in this example, $30 on the front end, and I'm going to use drop cards because we're going to talk about that in a future video. But drop cards are just a business card with a classified ad. And I love them because it requires no additional time in your week to implement them. Implement drop cards. When you're in the market, you just put a couple on the gas pump, leave a couple with your tip at the restaurant, and when you're just your daily activities, your daily life, you can get out 50, 100 or more drop cards every single week. And people pick them up and they read, and if they're interested, they can call. So drop cards. So the ones that we recommend, the ones that we use are $100 bill drop cards. They look just like a $100 bill if they're laying on a counter. It looks just like a $100 bill, which you'll see in future videos. So those, I think, are about $250 for 5,000. Now, if you can get, with any type of advertising, if you can get a 3 to 5% response, that's normal. If you're doing direct mail, postcards, anything that you're doing, you're looking for about a 3 to 5% response. So we'll just say 3% of 5,000, which would be 150 responses. So you have 150 people from these 5,000 cards that have responded. And let's say out of those 150, only about half, even evaluate, so 75. And from those 75, we'll just say, you got people from here to here, and from those 75 that really take the time to get information, let's say that 20%, 1 out of 5, 20% join you or buy your product, so you're looking at 15 customers. Is that right? I think that's right. But you can do the math, get out your calculator. 15. So you got 15 customers, and let's say in this example here at $30, so that's $450 in upfront commissions in your pocket. $450. Now, what did it cost you to create that $450? Well, in our example here, $250. You invested $250 in drop cards, it returned you $450. You can take your hero product and run your own numbers. But my point is, it's all math. If you could do this, how many drop cards would you want to get in the marketplace? And see, it's the same with everything, guys. It's the same with direct mail. It's the same with everything. So before we get into all this, I needed you to understand the math and the ratios, and you keep your own math and your own ratios. Here's what most people do. They get 5,000 drop cards. They go out over the weekend and they put 12 out, and then they go home and just wait for the phone to ring. Oh, they don't work. It's all numbers, guys. Numbers, exposures. You're looking for the right people at the right time in their life. The more messages you have in the marketplace, the better off you're going to be. I was reading recently where we are exposed in the United States to about 5,000 different ads every day. Everywhere we go, everywhere we look, you can't even pump gas without them showing videos promoting products now. So I talked to someone else last week. They're a six-figure earner, never done anything locally. They wanted to run a quarter-page ad in their newspaper inviting people to a seminar. I said, I guarantee you it will not work. You might have one or two people show up. If you could run a quarter-page ad and get 50 people in a room, it's game over. It's not going to happen. You know, I was working with a company last year, and the guy said, well, we're going to be able to get 600 people in the room every weekend. I said, if you can get 600 people in the room, it's game over. You win. But because, think about it, something that you might have a little bit of an interest in, and there's an ad in your local paper, which newspapers in general are dying, but are you going to get up on Saturday morning and go to a seminar when you don't know who's going to be there, how long it's going to last, what's really going to be going on? No. And people say, well, Dale, they do it in the infomercials. Yeah, but you don't understand infomercials. All the infomercials are doing, they're just hoping that you will come to the evaluation seminar, spend $997 to get their introductory kit, and that they can break even on the front end, because their back end from $997 they go to $5,000, from $5,000 they go to a $25,000 program. That's how this is working, guys. So I mean, again, I could spend hours talking about this. I'm not going to, but it's real important before we get into the rest of this month that this concept of math and numbers, that you really grasp it, and you take your hero product and understand your numbers. Because if you understand how much you can pay to acquire a customer, in this case $30 or even more, I would go negative. Some people don't, but if you can acquire a customer for $30, spend all the money you can spend to get as many customers as you can. So I hope that helps you. Talk to you real soon. Have a great evening, great day, wherever you are in the world.